Tonight, we've talked about AI plenty of times on this channel, how it's changing the industry. We've broken down how fast it's evolving, how it's helping industries scale and innovate, and at the same time, how it's disrupting jobs, creativity, and even what it means to be human in a digital age. But tonight, we're narrowing the lens. We're focusing on something a lot closer to home for creators, musicians, and anyone who's poured themselves into making something real. AI music is no longer some futuristic concept. It's here. It's writing songs, cloning voices, generating full productions in seconds. For some, it's a powerful tool. For others, it feels like a direct threat. So where's the line? Is this the next evolution of creativity or the beginning of the end of authentic artistry? We'll talk about that tonight on this episode of Beyond the Noise.
Welcome to the sound, we're breaking through. The stories unfold, shining bright and true. Diving deep in thoughts, we'll take you higher. This is the movement, feel the burning fire. Let the voices rise in the echoing space. Join the celebration of every human face. Beyond the noise, we make our way. We make our way. Stories of courage, lighting up the way. This is our time, we're ready to play. On the Soar Network, we'll seize the day. From opinions that matter, we'll lift each frame. Reflect on a journey, yet we'll never be the same. In the heart of the noise, where the wisdom resides. Join us in the moment, where the spirit abides. We soar above it all, breaking every chain. Ignite the passion, let your heart sustain. Beyond the noise, we make our way. We make our way. Stories of courage, lighting up the way. This is our time, we're ready to play. On the Soul Network, we'll seize the day. Get ready, world, we're turning up the heat. Together we rise, can't accept defeat.
Welcome to Beyond the Noise. I am Republic Sentinel, aka RS, and I am joined by my intrepid co-host and the producer of the show, YankeeFree. How you doing, Yankee?
Doing well this evening, sir, and you. Welcome everybody in chat. How is everyone doing?
It is a Monday, is it not?
Tis Manic Monday, they might say. At least I think there's a song even written about Manic Mondays.
Absolutely. Just another Manic Monday. Oh my God.
Yes. Speaking of Beyond the Notes, there happens to be a song.
Yes. Hey, it all correlates. All correlates. I think that it was both you and Down that were saying Tuesday's the worst day.
Oh yeah, Tuesdays are the worst.
Just terrible.
Because everybody kind of feels like ugh, on Monday, and they're like, you know what? Yeah, I didn't deal with this Friday because it was late, and you know what? I'm not quite awake yet on Monday, so I'll deal with it tomorrow. And that's when all problems get dealt with are on Tuesdays.
Yep. Brought right to the forefront, and then it's the Wednesday. At least you feel the middle of the week. Thursday, it's better, and then Friday. Mondays are not as bad as Tuesdays. That is for sure.
I believe Tuesdays are the worst. Always have been for me.
Yeah. Yep. I do agree. So, AI music. Man, we were having a nice little discussion already about it. I kept saying, no. We'll talk about it on the show. We'll talk about it on the show. So, initial thoughts on AI in music.
I honestly believe, I do believe it's a double-edged sword. I mean, just like I think the internet and technology in general is a double-edged sword. There are wonderful things that come out of it.
Yes.
And yes, it's going to take jobs. People are going to have to pivot because it's here. It's not going away.
No.
Even if it stagnated right here, right now, and no one advanced these large language models any further, but stayed right here, no more advancement. Mm-hmm. It's already able to replace certain jobs and certain things. Absolutely.
To an extent, sure.
And it's only going to get better.
Yep. It's true. It will get better. I don't know if it's going to get to where everybody says it's going to get. We've talked about this so many times on
not
this
as
show.
Far as taking over the world, not the large language models, not the LLMs that we're using to make music with and compose things. So on the one side of the sword, I think it can absolutely hamper. I don't think it's gotten that bad yet because there is still a distinction.
Yeah.
You can still listen to a song and go, that's AI.
Yes.
No matter, even if it sounds good, not saying that it sounds bad, it can be very pleasant to listen to.
Yeah.
But there are still telltale signs that it's AI. It's not a human. It's not as far. I don't think as far as the music. I think it more when it comes to the voices and the vocals is where, to me, you can really pick it out. Sometimes some are really, really good, and we have a hard time. Like, hey, is this? I mean, auto-tune. What is that? That's freaking AI. Auto-tune is AI. So, and they use that. Humans use that in recording their music. So sometimes it has gotten to that point where it's very hard to tell. But I like it being somewhat of a musician. I don't even like to call myself a musician. I'm a percussionist, but I understand musicality. I mean, like, I wish I could play the piano. I wish I could play the guitar. I wish I could sing. Like, there's a lot of things I wish I could do. And AI has given me the tools to be able to take what I hear in my head and how I want something to sound. I can make it sound that way. I can pick and I can go grab or create whatever vocal artist I want.
True.
To sing my song the way I hear it in my head. Now, for me, not everyone does this, but for me, and some people, obviously, people are way better than me at writing lyrics. I'm no poet, and I'm not a lyricist by any means. But when I have a message or a feeling or something to convey, I can sit down and I can write a verse or two, and get the main parts of what I want to say into verses and choruses. And it's not good by any means. It's definitely
that's subjective.
Would need a ton of polishing by a professional. I can't afford that. I don't have a staff. I can't afford to hire a producer and, editors and get into a studio and hire a band and hire a singer. And I don't have that kind of money. So AI gives me all of those abilities.
Yes. And what's wild, as somebody who's seen the music industry to an extent, there are people, some of the most famous songs you've ever heard, it might say that it was written by this band and that they performed it, but a lot of those songs get rewritten before they come out as a final product. Not by them, by somebody else who comes in and says, you got to change this. This is going to be more attractive to the ear. People are going to want to hear this. Perfect example is Dude Looks Like a Lady by Aerosmith. And it was called Cruising for the Ladies. That's what that song was called when they wrote it. And a guy came in and said, now, you really want to get some attention? Call it Dude Looks Like a Lady. And he changed all the lyrics and shit. And that's how it became what it was. The Goo Goo Dolls, I know that Trent Reznor has had, or Resnick, whatever his name is, Trent Resnick, I think is his name.
It's not Trent Reznor.
No, Reznor is, I can't remember. He uses a lot of computerized shit in his music.
Is he 9 Inch Nails?
9 Inch Nails. Yeah. Good one. But Resnick out of New York with the Goo Goo Dolls, he's had to have people help him write some of his most famous songs. Lots of people need it. Lots of people get it. A lot of people will write their shit and then someone else will come in and fix it. AI does it without the added expense.
And time.
Time, expense, everything.
And time is money. So it's more time, more money, more, it's not something the average Joe can do. Wasn't something the average Joe can do.
Right. And now you can. And I think that's beautiful. You could take something that it's not just going in there and giving it prompts to do things. You can take your own music that you've recorded, you can upload it there, and then let's say it's just a guitar track. Let's just, for lack of a better, just a guitar track, and it'll take it and dress the whole damn thing up. It can write lyrics for you. It can, for people who are lyricists themselves but can't play music, it can take your lyrics and put it to music. There's someone in the chat that does that. What's her name? Not Eminem.
Motley.
Yeah.
Motley Murmur. She takes her poetry and puts it to music with AI. And I think that's a wonderful thing because, and you can absolutely tell the difference. And this is not by any way, shape, or form a dig on anybody. I won't use names, but if they hear what I'm saying, they're gonna know who I'm talking about. And it's not a dig by any means. I think the AI music is a great tool for whatever you want it to be. Like, yes. I've written songs in AI for both reasons. Silly / an intro song for Bourbon and Beer. Well, nobody's ever gonna want to hear that song on the radio or anything, or the radio. Who listens to the fucking radio anymore? Nobody's gonna download that on Spotify. Like, you know what I mean? It's an opening theme song to a specific show. It's not like, Jade. So okay, perfect. Another perfect example. Thank you, Jade. I wrote a song for when if I was doing a solo show and I had to go to the bathroom. I wrote a song called Piss Break. Yeah. And, so it was meant to be funny. Like, that was the whole idea of it. Make something funny and funny and catchy that, get people talking. I've also written songs totally from the heart that mean a lot to me.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
you can also pick out, at least being someone that uses the tool frequently, you can pick out when somebody just said, write me a song about this. Period. End of story. That was their prompt. Write me a song about my dog Spot.
Yep.
And clicked enter. The first thing they got, they're like, oh, cool, there's a song about my dog Spot. And that's what they went with.
Yeah.
My Suno library is ridiculous.
Mine is too. I'm glad you said that.
Ridiculous with the amount of editing I do.
Me too.
Because I will put in my lyrics and I will give it as detailed a prompt about how I want the song to work out and break down. And if it's a solo or a duet or female or male, and the style and the feel and the tempo here and the tempo there. And you can do all that if you know how to properly prompt it. And I'm self-taught just from playing around with it. I'm like, oh, well, I'd really like this to crescendo here. Let me see if I put that prompt in, will it do it? And it does.
Yeah.
And like, that's why if you have something in your head, you can make that AI music with as much passion as you would if you hired an extremely talented, extremely professional musician.
Yes.
I think you can put as much feeling into it as that would be. I don't think it matters who or what is playing. That the talent of playing an instrument in itself is absolutely amazing, and they'll never take anything away from that. Nope. AI music is not going to take away from talented musicians who are amazing at their craft. It's just not. I don't think it's going to affect that.
And somebody who desires to play an instrument, someone who desires to play guitar, bass, drums, whatever, that's not going to stop them. It's not going to stop them because, well, AI is doing it. Fuck it. No, you're going to play it because you want to.
Right.
It's a passion of yours. You're always going to play it. But it doesn't mean that somebody who is an artist that doesn't have, they live a life and they don't have the damn time to do all those things you said, hire other members to play or learn all the fucking instruments, record them all. And screw up and re-record, screw up and re-record, and you know what I'm saying? Hours and hours and hours of recording. AI can at least take what you've got as an idea and even a base of it, spell it out for you, and then you can go and recreate it. And it probably is going to sound different when you do.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a great tool, and it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. I think it's a fantastic tool. It's something that just allows you to. Yes, does it? I think it definitely does. It allows people who normally wouldn't have the ability to put something out there. Do it, whether it be a funny song, whether it be a parody song, whether it be something that really means something to you. Without it, I actually think it, and this is, again, double-edged sword here, it allows more people to put out quality content that might have never been heard. Right.
There might be an amazing lyricist who can tell an amazing song with a poem/song that no one would ever hear that talent. No one would ever see that talent, hear that talent without that person's ability to use AI to bring it to life.
Yeah.
So that does then saturate the market with quality material.
Yep.
And so that is there's your double-edged sword right there as well.
Yeah, and I still don't. I think if you put something out there that people like, regardless of whether it's AI or yourself, if people are going to find their way to it. Look, dude, remember all the gatekeeping that used to go on? Man, in order to get into the industry, you had to know somebody, you had to somebody, whatever. You had to do something and be in to get in. And then a lot of artists got absolutely screwed by the record industry. I have no sympathy for the record industry whatsoever. Don't care. They got rammed. Good for them. They were taking advantage of people big time. And there's just story after story after story of how they did that to people. So if AI and take it even a step further than that, not just AI, but these platforms, Rumble, YouTube, all these other places where you can self-produce your own shit, put it out there, and people can go find it. If you got talent, or if you just create something that people like, because there's plenty of people who don't have much talent at all that are very successful with music, that if they create something that people like, they're gonna be attracted to it. They're gonna be able to find it, and it's not gonna cost them an arm and a leg to do it.
Right. And like I said, talent that would have never been heard or seen before.
Yeah. Yep. Same thing is going to happen with with Hollywood. Thank God. How that cabal needs to be broken up as well. They gatekeep and they control the message, where now with AI, with the help of AI, just some schlep that has a vision of a movie or a story that they'd like to turn into, they can do it.
Right.
With
talent of its own. Let's not forget that being able to use AI is not as simple as just going in and telling it, hey, do this. You need to learn how to properly prompt it to get exactly what you want. And that takes talent and time to learn. And it's not a talent. The AI product is not a talentless thing. You can't just go in and anybody just spit out whatever. Put in, it's just like anything else. Shit in, shit out.
Yes.
You give AI a crappy prompt, you're going to get a crappy song.
Right. And then you just need to learn, and it does. It just takes, in my experience, it takes experience doing it over and over again. I'm with you. My Sunos library, I've deleted a bunch, or moved to trash. But it's just full of multiple versions of the same song.
Because I'll put in my initial prompt with my lyrics, my style, and things like that, and it's never what I want first time around, because AI is not my brain. My brain's already hearing it.
Yeah.
I'm already have it in my head, and this is what I want it to sound like. And then always, inevitably, the first thing that AI puts out, I'm like, oh, hell no. That is nowhere. That is no, absolutely not. And then you have to go back in and re-prompt and say, okay, now here and this. And what I will usually do is I will take it, chorus and verse, by chorus, by verse, and I will just say, this is what I wanted to do here. This is who I want to be singing here. This is what I want to happen here. This is, this is piano. This is fortissimo. This is a big crescendo here to a boom, a hard stop, and you can put all that in, and that is part of the talent of it. I think that is the beauty of it, that you have that absolute full control over it.
Yes. And I think it's amazing, and it's fun. It's nowhere near as time consuming as going and recording a song. Not even close. I mean, you're talking one song could take you weeks. Yes. Weeks and weeks. You can do this in a night. B. Struy, what's going on? Did we get a raid?
Yeah, I don't know why.
There it is. KD with the
there
raid.
It is. See it, but I don't hear it. Do you hear it?
I hear it. Yes, I hear it.
Okay. I don't hear it. I just see it.
So weird.
Oh, just wait. Raiders. Thank you, crazy dude, for that raid. Welcome in, Raiders. This is Beyond the Noise. I am YankeeFree. That is
Did we just become best friends?
Republic Sentinel. My darling Shetty, how are you? Welcome and thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. This is Beyond the Noise. And this is our new Monday. As of for now, Monday. Schedule could change. So we're not calling it Monday music or anything like that. We're calling it Beyond the Notes. This is our Monday show as of right now, where we are talking everything music. Every episode, we will have a different topic of music. We may pick a band one night. We may pick a genre one night to talk about. We may pick an instrument one night to talk about. So it's everything music, lyrics, music, composing, marching band and drum corps. That's one of the ones that I know is one of the topics I want to talk about eventually at some point and compile some information and stuff. So there's a lot of things, and it's going to be all music every Monday. The Beyond the Notes show is going to be all music all the time.
Firepaw.
So welcome in.
Firepaw. Marching band, yes. Nerd! I'm kidding. I think both Yankee and I wasn't in marching band in high school, but I was when I was in junior high.
So tonight's show, as you can see by the title, we are talking about AI music. And is it a tool or is it ruining the industry? Is it taking away? Is it adding? What our takeaway is and what our opinions are about AI music and using AI music.
And feel free to chime in the chat. Let us know what you
Absolutely.
think. We want to know because I don't know. I think Yankee and I are a lot on the same page with this one. I think it's a brilliant tool.
Let's tell them you absolutely hated the idea, because when we first started this show, we first started Beyond the Noise. I said, hey, I want you to write the theme song. Yeah. You're a musician. You write music. You play every instrument. You are a musician, a talented one. I think you should write the opener to the show.
Yeah.
Well, no, but part of and this isn't a blame. This is a part of what we're saying about AI music and what the ability that AI gives people. Yes, RS is an amazing artist. He's an amazing talent, musician. But that's a lot of time for him. He's got a full-time job. He does his streaming stuff. We do the show. So do any of us with full-time jobs, because this isn't paying the bills, this is fun.
Yeah.
Is there that time to sit down, for him to sit down, play a guitar track, play a bass track, play a drum track, sing a vocal track, and then sit down and edit all that together, and then have to go back and realize, like, I fucked up on the guitar with here. Re-record that track, put it back in, mix it, dub it, put everything, make sure everything. That's a lot of time that people don't have. So I remember one night I was playing around. It was before Suno. I actually wrote the theme song to Beyond the Noise before Suno. Before I'd started using Suno, I used a program called Donna.
Okay.
And I mean, I after I found Suno, I cleaned it up in Suno, but the original couple that I sent you, he hated it. RS he's like, the song's not bad, but fuck AI music. That was RS's take on AI music in the very beginning of us starting this show, which we're what 100 and what episode is tonight?
121. Well,
121 episodes ago, RS hated AI music, the thought of AI music, but he has admittedly come to love our theme song.
I've admittedly come to love a lot of it. I love that Rumble raid thing. That's great as fuck. I love it.
I actually rewrote, I covered the Beyond the Noise theme song a couple times, and I sent him different versions. Like, ones that I think are even better than the current over. And he's like, no, I love it the way it is. I love it the way it is. Don't touch it. I leave it alone. I love it. I'm like, okay.
I did. I thought, dude, I literally sing. I told him, I get that song stuck in my head all the time. I'll be walking around the house. I'll be taking a pee and I'll be whistling that song to myself. I'll be doing the laundry. I'll hear it in my head. I like that song a lot. But I like the thing that changed my mind about AI music was not just that you can go in there and you can make those be very specific about what you want. If you're an artist, you can actually upload your own damn music to it, and then it can fuck with it. And all of a sudden, one of the things that I noticed about AI music when I uploaded my first song to it was how its take on it. I literally just uploaded it the way it was. It gave me a description of what it heard. And then I refined it just by saying, okay, now I added just a couple of things. And I went, holy fuck, that's different. Wow, that's interesting, but still had my guitar in there and shit like that. I went, wow, that gives me these different avenues to think about and everything else. Plus, I don't know, Yankee plays the drums. I think you said you have an electric drum kit now?
I do. I honestly I have not beat those skins yet, but I'm trying to find a place to actually set it up. But
just ask my neighbors, my son, and Chaotic when I sit down and play the drums.
They know. They know.
Oh, they're just like, oh, next time you're going to do that, tell me ahead of time so I can go somewhere else and put headphones on. I had my neighbor that's right outside this wall. My drums are right over there. I was playing, and I went to take the garbage out the next day, and he's an older dude, and he comes over and he said, look, that was pretty cool what you were doing, but just make sure you don't do it at 3:00 in the morning. And I have. My neighbor came over. He took my guitar and I sat down and started banging. Yeah, 3:00 in the morning. Yeah, whatever.
That's great.
Yeah, but so
Bella,
you can't do that,
right? Bella, I agree. That we were talking about this. This is prior to you guys coming in on the raid. We were talking about a lot of the our different takes on it, which I'm sure we'll repeat ourselves many times tonight. Sure. But that's one of the things for me that writing AI music is not talentless. No, you have to know what you want to get a quality product out of it. Yes, absolutely. Anybody can go in and get a funny song out of it. I'm not going to name names, but there are people that just write songs that are just absolutely ridiculous. You'd never hear them anywhere but other than for it trying to be funny. You know, it's just for, like I said, my piss break song. Or you know, my bourbon and beer theme song. It's very specific to bourbon and beer. It does mean a lot to me, but it's very for a very specific purpose. But you can use it either way. But if you want to get something quality, I know a lot of people say that there's no soul in AI music. I disagree heavily with that point. Because it's still your soul. The artist that is creating it, no matter how they're creating it, it's still your soul that's being put into it, and you're getting it to be the way you want it to be by learning how to make it. Like I was saying, like, okay, I want this to be a duet, or I want half of this line. Like there's a song that I did. It's a male-female duet. And originally, I just had it as a female singing. And then I'm like, no. I want these. A lot of this doesn't make sense. This is what I want it to be is a duet, male and female. Male singing some of it, female singing others, and them together at certain points. And I was able to go in and do that. Not only change the music and what it did, I was able to tell it, okay, I want the male voice to come in here. and come in soft, and then them be together, and then it transition into just the male, and the female drops off. Like, you have that kind of control over it. If you can hear it in your head, just like if you were a producer in a studio.
Yes.
Okay, this take, we're gonna try this. You do this and you do that. It's just like talking. You're just creating your own vocalists. You're just making a vocalist do what a vocalist in a studio would do. Again, the double-edged sword part of it is you're not paying a very talented vocalist to do those things. So is it taking away from things like that?
Maybe.
Yes and no. Because like I said, you can have very talented people like you were saying, Motley Murmurs, incredibly talented lyricist with her poetry. Nobody'd ever hear that. Except for now she's putting it to music with AI, and now we can all listen to it and enjoy that art, that quality song because of AI music, because of AI.
That's what Alistair says here. Always wished I could make music. I love writing lyrics. Without AI, I'd never been able to bring them into reality.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't like it at first because of that whole idea that it's going to somehow, and it, sometimes you got to think about things. I have foot and mouth disease. I'm very good at firmly planting my foot in my mouth. I've never denied that, but when you don't fully understand something and then you come to understand it more, listen, I'm free to change my mind whenever the hell I want. And I did, because I do see the value in AI music.
And that's absolutely, everybody should change their opinion on things once they have more information. Once you have all the information, then you absolutely have the right to change your mind. And I think it's a good thing. I don't know. I just don't. When I say it's a double-edged sword, I think one edge of the sword is slightly duller than the other.
Yes.
I don't think it's a 50-50 double-edged sword, because listen, nothing, no AI is going to take away me listening to an amazing vocalist sing live.
Sure.
It's not going to take it away. You're not going to take, because that is a complete human emotional experience, hearing someone that can sing beautifully.
Yes.
Watching and hearing. I was going to say playing guitar.
Oh my God. Violin.
Yes. The music can be made, but those live performances, those incredibly talented artists who have those God-given gifts and they've worked their asses off to perfect, they will always be appreciated. And I think, honestly, if they would think about it differently, instead of like, oh, it's going to take everything away from us. No, it's going to make you that much more valuable.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If every Tom, Dick, and Harry can write a song, but you can do it live.
True.
That makes you more valuable.
Yeah. And again, like we talked about earlier, for artists who don't have the time, money, infrastructure, whatever, to be able to do all this, AI can make it, just streamline it and line it and make it that much quicker. How long did it take you to do the 15 different versions of the song that you wrote on Pseudo? Like 5 minutes, 7-8 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you've got all those different ways. And maybe when you had I've got a song in there that I wrote at work that just got stuck in my head, and I didn't have the time to sit down and write it all. So I came home and I put in the lyrics. And then I described the way I wanted the music to be. It's not exactly what I heard in my head, but it's pretty damn close. And at least gives me that sort of a reference point to go back and look at and be able to, if I ever were to write and record that song completely, I could use that as a reference. also, let's.
I agree, Bella.
I could see
I
where it
agree,
can make
Bella.
you lazy, too.
I don't think any of the AI songs I've written have taken me 5 minutes. Maybe
I wish I
5
had
hours, but still, even if I mess around with a song in Suno to make it perfectly or as close to perfectly what I want as I want it, it could take me 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But doing that in a studio with musicians and vocalists, that can take months.
Yeah. Take
Months.
after take after take after take. Yes.
And then edit after edit after edit after edit after all those takes, and taking all those takes and seeing which takes work better together, and editing all that together is incredibly monetarily and time consuming.
Yes. And then you have that. That's what's funny is that nowadays anyway, in a studio, what do you think they're going to use for all this shit? Yeah, they'll record all that stuff live. What do you think they're going to use to clean it up? AI, computer.
Mhm.
They've been using AI for years. Years.
Well, yeah, that's what you said here since the 50s.
Yeah, 1950s, 1951 or something like that was in Illinois. Was the first place. What is it called? Iliac Suite, University of Illinois. One of the first high-profile computer-composed pieces generated by Iliac. One using hard-coded rules derived from classical theory. So this isn't. There's nothing new about this.
Mm-mm.
And in 2005, I bought FL Studio. If you guys don't know what FL Studio is, it was like AI music before there was AI music. You could go in and you can write out all the notes and everything else, and you put in all these different sounds and change the way it sounds and everything, and compose music that way. You got Pro Tools, you got all different kinds of ways. This is not new. It's just now it's a lot easier. So when I said 5 minutes, I meant that to render that song, you put in all of what you want, you render it. Yeah, it takes 5 minutes to render that, and that it spits it out for you. So I don't know. I think it's a great tool, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty. Like I said, I think there's way more good than bad with AI music. I don't think it's going to take away anything from live music and a band and talented musicians.
Yeah, or composers.
I think they're all just a little gun shy, like you were. You were like, oh, I'm a musician. Fuck AI music. No, we're not using that shit. And then you used it and you went, oh, but I can use my stuff. I can take my music that I wrote and clean it up with AI. Oh, okay. AI is not all that bad. So,
Yes.
and like you said, I think they're incredibly hypocritical. Also, auto-tune. Auto-tune is AI. What artists don't use auto-tune in the studio? How many artists have you listened to their songs and you're like, they're amazing, love them, you play the album over and over again, and they're coming to town. I'm getting tickets, I'm going to the concert. You sit there and you listen to them and you're like, it doesn't even fucking sound like them.
Nope. They suck.
Right?
Yes. Oh,
like
yes.
That's auto-tuning and AI that's been used in the studio.
Yes. Yes, and they can even do some of that while they're on stage now. But then you have bands like Rush who've gone on there, 3 guys, and done magical things. There's live bands who are these are real musicians that don't use that shit. Maybe they use some of the tech, because Rush has been using like synthesized shit and foot pedals and everything else for decades. They're very, very gifted, very, very talented musicians. So Red Hot Chili Peppers, absolutely. But that doesn't, those, like Yankee said, those people are never going to go away. That's never going to go away. They'll always be around. And I would highly discourage anybody if you think that nah, fuck it, I'm not going to learn how to play an instrument because AI will just do it. If you want to learn an instrument, learn the instrument. It's a very intimate thing.
It is. Boiling Point with the raid.
thunder now. Rumble raid, all hands on deck. Raise your mugs, place your bets. We'll raid, make way. Big boom, hit, rumble raid. Hey!
I have tried to learn guitar. There's a disconnect between my hands and the strings. Just can't do it. Yes, I there's a lot of people that say that. Yes. Welcome, Raiders! Woohoo! Thank you very much. Boiling Point for the raid. Welcome, everybody. We're talking AI music. Come in, take a seat. Tell us what you think. The chat has been all over it, and it's surprising. A lot of people seem to be mostly in favor. Of course, there are caveats. There will always be caveats. Always. With anything. I mentioned, look, there's a lot of people in the comic book industry losing their freaking mind now because there's comic book art that's done by AI. The movie industry, that I have no sympathy for whatsoever, is going to lose a lot of money because now they're 250. What is it? Just over the last couple of weekends, there was a Star Wars movie released. Not many people know that. It cost $250 million to make. The two movies that beat it out at the box office cost one cost $750,000 to make. It was a YouTuber that did The Backrooms, and he did a movie based on that. Just some dude, he's a young guy. And then another one, I cannot remember what it's called offhand, but it also beat it out, and it was like $1 million to make. They're raking in dough. Why? Because they're genuine. They're not just sitting here hiding behind all these flashy graphics and all that shit. Look, I love that, but you got to have a story. Most people want a story, a good story. That's same thing with music. You can have, like you said, the joke songs. They're fun. They're what would you call it? You know, they're novel for the moment.
Right. Novelties, yeah.
And then they're gone. You know, it's not like something that you're going to want to listen to on a constant rotation in your library, but they are fun. It's neat. I'm glad people can do that. But true artists will always have a place, even with AI.
Absolutely. So. And like I said, I think the fact that any Joe Blow can make a decent song. I mean, there are people that can make great AI songs. There are people that can make decent AI songs. And there are people that just have Suno just to F around. They use their 5,000 credits and they're like, all right, I'll wait till next month. And because it's just for fun. The fact that there are those people that can make decent songs makes actual live talented artists, lyricists, guitarists, percussionists, bassists, that much more valuable.
Yes. It really does. It really does. And there's more to when you learn instruments. I know Yankee knows this. I know it personally. It does things to your brain when you sit and you play with coordination, sound, like the vibration, the whole 9 yards. It does things for you that just listening to music won't do. So, yeah, definitely if you feel like learning an instrument, do it. That doesn't mean that like Alistair was saying, can't do it. My fingers, I just can't do it. That shouldn't stop you from going and writing a song. If you want to, go do it. I love that you've got that tool. Yeah, Backrooms has a big name actor in it too. Yeah, that black guy, very talented actor. He was in Serenity. Yeah, I loved him. Love him. He's not gone. So it looks
Rain,
like
hello.
Hi, Rain. If you choose plot, special effects, plot is
Plot
always
over special effects.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I don't know how to say his name either. I couldn't even tell you offhand. I have no idea, but he's a very talented actor. It's amazing because the movie, like I said, it only cost him $750,000 to make it. So that actor probably did it for pretty cheap.
It was probably his salary. Or if he's that good of an actor, he may have read the script and been like, oh, yes, I want to do this.
Yeah, there are plenty. I know Johnny Depp has done a lot of weird, out there, crazy, didn't make much money on it at all, but did it because of the art. He was like, oh, I like this character. I want to play that character. So yeah, and the set for the movie wasn't all that expensive. Just rooms with walls and a drop ceiling, but it was very interesting looking. My son and I watched a lot of those. He did more than one of the back rooms. He did liminal spaces, whatever they call that. I love that. YouTube, Rumble, these kinds of platforms facilitate that kind of shit. Real creativity. People who have abilities. If you want to use it, you can use it and exploit it. This guy got rich. So, the man,
What's
the
up,
myth, the legend. Entered the chat. Yeah. So, AI music is not is not it's not as bad as some people would like you to think. Like I used to think. It's not going to steal from gifted, talented people. It's never going to do that. Instead, what it might do is give voice to people who can't do all the other things. Especially, hey, don't know a drummer? Shit, I gotta go learn how to play the fucking drums. don't know a bassist? Shit, I gotta go learn how to play the bass. That's a lot of what I did, and now I don't need any of that stuff. I can sit down with Suno and fuck around with my own.
But you can still do it. You still have that talent, and you still have that talent. You still have that ability, and it's still in here what it's supposed to sound like.
Yes, you drum me into the ground, brother. But that doesn't matter. I still. It's all fun. Music is fun. I love music. But yes, you even said like, and understanding. You obviously have a pretty good understanding of it. How you want to the music to be composed. When you really dig into it, you really want to craft a song, you can do that with AI music. I don't know what all platforms there are. I just know of Suno. That's the only one I've really heard of.
Like I said, I used Donna first, and then when I found Suno, I was like, oh no, this is way better. and I moved right over to Suno. Sure.
It's good stuff. Maybe it'll filter out the real talent for those who are trying to ride the backs of computers. Yeah, I don't know how many people are actually trying to ride the backs of computers, though. I think people are having fun, or using like Alistair is using it. Can't play a lick, but I got music in my head, and I want to get it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Tool. It's a great tool.
Talent that we would have never heard before.
Yes.
Nobody would have ever been able to hear, except for Alistair, and that's very selfish.
Yes.
Alistair's the only one that gets to enjoy it.
Yes.
So no, AI brings that to all of us.
Yeah, it does. All right, top of the hour. We like to take a little break in between, give everybody a little second, take a breath, stretch your legs, go grab some fluids, drain some fluids, grab some snacks, whatever it is. But come right back, because we're going to talk more about AI music. We might even sample a little bit of it here and there, and chat with you guys about it too. So make sure that you come back. Yankee, what you got for the folks on the way out for break?
We want to thank you all once again for giving us your eyes, your ears, and most importantly, your time. 3 nights a week here on Beyond the Noise, where this is our new installment of Beyond the Notes, where it's all music. Every week will be a different topic for music, whether it's a genre, a band, an instrument, a style, you name it. It's all going to have to do with music. We will have musical guests on. We have a couple possibilities on that to talk everything music on right now. Mondays, Wednesdays, of course, is still What the Fuck Chat, where it's all about you, and we're going to talk about anything and everything, whatever you give us. And then Saturdays, it's tinfoil hat time. We like to dive into the more conspiratorial and interesting stories, and we love that you're here and supporting us, whether it's monetarily with the gifted donos, the organic subscriptions, or rants or anything like that. So very appreciated, not needed, not expected, but very appreciated. We do, though, ask you to do all the free things. Hit that like, repost, and throw a comment down below. It helps out with the algorithms and maybe gets more eyes on us. And if you're feeling super spicy, share it out on another platform. Let's get more people here to Rumble and VP Zone and Pilled to watch our little show. So thanks again for being here and supporting us.
And Finn boy, stick around. We'll see how Yankee responds to that. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Beyond the Noise, Beyond the Notes on Monday night. We're talking about AI music. And I don't know, are you still out there, Finboy? I hope you stuck around. I'd like to talk to you. I would love to hear what Finboy's take is. What?
It transitioned to the wrong one. There we go.
I would like to hear Finboy's take on AI music, and it's not going to be an attack or anything. I just really legit would like to hear.
No, it's weird. That's what we're about here is open conversation. The only thing I've ever heard Finboy say is call it AI slop. I mean, and that's not really saying how you really feel about it. So I'd actually love to hear what is so bad about it. Like, you may have a completely different and legitimate take that we never thought of, but and I don't know how long you've been here, Finn, if you were here for a while or if you just hopped in to poke at me, but we'd actually love to have a conversation because we honestly, no one else in here yet has voiced anything different than how we feel about it, the goods and the bads of it, because we've said both.
Yes, we have. And Yankee told you straight up when it started out, I was completely and totally against it. And I came around. So my opinion on it has completely changed. But while you're pulling yourself together there, Finboy, or if you're not in the chat at the moment, why don't we go through this timeline?
Yes, because this blew me away. That RS came out, found the timeline, put this all together, and I think it's fascinating.
Well, perplexity helped me.
Yeah, but you had to ask the right questions.
Yes, sir. Yes, but so the history, and I don't know, it's like I didn't know this either. So like when Yankee saw it too, he's like, wait, what? I was the same way. So AI generative music, which started in the 50s. So 1957, Iliac Suite, University of Illinois, one of the first high-profile computer-composed pieces generated by Iliac One using hard-coded rules derived from classical theory. So it goes all the way back to there. The 60s and 70s, early experiments used simple probability, Markov chains, and rule systems to generate notes or simple accompaniments, mostly as research rather than commercial music. The vibe, computers as calculators that follow music theory instructions, not as creative patterns. In the 80s, partners, sorry. Yeah. Sorry about that. 80s and 90s, style cloning and intelligent tools. 1980s, David Cope's experiments in musical intelligence, EMI. The system analyzes scores by composers like Bach or Mozart and recombines patterns to output new pieces in a similar style. So that's in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
The 90s, David Bowie's Verbalizer, a software lyric generator that shuffles and recombines text into new lyric ideas, an early creative assistant rather than full auto songwriting. MIDI and personal computers make algorithmic compositions more accessible, but it's still niche and mostly text MIDI, not realistic audio. The 2000s, now we're getting into stuff that most people, Ashelon, most people probably didn't know about this. The early 2000s, machine learning starts creeping in with models learning from audio or MIDI instead of purely hand-coded rules. Research labs work on tasks like genre classification, beat tracking, and automatic transcription. These are precursors to today's music AI pipelines. The concept shifts. Rather than telling the machine the rules, you feed it examples and let it infer the rules. It's interesting, right? That's really getting into what we do nowadays. 2010's deep learning, Magenta, MuseNet. I remember hearing of Magenta.
Mm-hmm.
I never used it. Google 2016, Google Magenta, a research project using neural networks, RNNs, later VAEs, to generate melodies, drum patterns, and more. They demo piano lines and songs learned from large data sets. 2019, OpenAI MuseNet. Never used it. A deep neural network capable of multi-instrument, multi-genre compositions. It can spit out long, MIDI-like pieces that sound stylistically coherent. Around the same time, AI mastering and mixing services like Lander and smart plugins from companies like Sonable hit the market using trained models to suggest EQ, compression, and mastering settings, which is incredibly valuable to somebody creating their own music. This era is mostly assistive and generative MIDI audio for experimentation rather than mainstream pop releases. Now, this is something I don't know, Yankee, you'll have to speak to. I never heard of this. Maybe you have. The fake Drake. Transformer models and generative audio. New architectures enable text-to-music and text-to-voice systems that can output full bandwidth audio, not just MIDI. Platforms like Suno and what is that? Udio?
Yeah.
Udio? Let users type prompts like gritty blues anthem live band male vocal, like what Yankee was talking about, and get a finished song with instruments and vocals in minutes. OpenAI's Jukebox and other models, I've never used that, demonstrate style mimicking of famous artists, showing how training on big catalog data sets lets AI reproduce stylistic fingerprints. In 2023, ghostwriters Heart on My Sleeve, fake Drake, in quotes, an anonymous creator uses AI to clone the voices of Drake and The Weeknd, uploads it, and it goes viral, forcing labels and platforms to publicly confront AI voice and likeness issues. Now we get into the problems, right?
Yes.
Major artists in the States, the Beatles, this is interesting. So the Beatles used AI to isolate John Lennon's vocal from a noisy demo and built a new, clean track, showing AI as a restoration tool, not just as a generator. And to current day, there's an explosion of tools that generate full songs from text prompts, clone or approximate artist's voice, create endless adaptive background music for focus, sleep, or games, offer AI stems, smart mastering, and intelligent mixing assistance inside DAWs, digital audio workstations. So there you go. That is a rundown of the timeline of AI music.
But they've been starting with AI music since the 50s.
Yeah.
That to me was insane. I like, didn't the computer fill a room in the 50s? Like it was.
Yes. But so they used a computer, essentially AI. It wasn't AI at the time, I'm sure.
Right.
Or they didn't refer to it as such. But they just put in some coding and it spit this back out. They were even talking about taking Bach and Mozart, not in the 50s, what was it, 60s, 70s, whatever. They were taking Bach and Mozart and making their own songs using examples of Bach and Mozart. That's a long time ago, man. So it's always been there. I think they've been using it in studios a lot longer than they'll ever want to admit. And some of the same people that are complaining about it use it a lot.
Well, because that has now, they've lost their edge.
Yep.
I mean, but how long have we known about auto-tune? And we know, like, auto-tune, we only really became aware of auto-tune when, I think, this is just my personal opinion, we only really started learning about auto-tune and understanding that it was being used when rappers started, like, ridiculously using it. And, and just, it was like, what the hell? People can't do that with their voice. Like, he doesn't sound like that. there's always been there for a very, very long time. There's been auto-tune. They've tuned people's voices. My voice is tuned right now. I have my voice EQ'd. EQ can be considered AI if you want to make my voice sound better, because I have a very whiny, nasally voice. And as much as it still sounds like that, I think it sounds a little bit better with a little bit of digital assistance. And they've been doing that for a long time. Like we said, how many times did you get an album? You'll love this band. You played the album out. Finally got a chance to go see him in concert, and you were like, that sounds like shit.
Yeah. I'll just listen to the album. Thank you very much. What the hell? I paid $100 for these tickets.
Right. So they've been using autotune and AI in the studios for a very long time.
Oh, Bellatrix. We're going to go down that route. We've been talking about it behind the scenes. The sheer mastery of people like that. I was telling them I'm fascinated with the Baroque era of music. And I know nothing about it. All of that, the Renaissance, all those different, the Romantic era, go through all of that because that all had a shape on what's going on right now in music. And no AI in the world is going to ever be a Mozart or a Bach or a Vivaldi. These are all just it's magical what they can do. Oof. Yeah, we will definitely cover that kind of stuff. Tonight's AI music. So, but we'll do that going forward. It's gonna require research and examples and all kinds of things to be able to go through and how many times have we researched it? Never. You haven't used 2/3 of it. Oh my God. So. Yeah. Oh, it'll be very interesting, Bellatrixy. We'll do all kinds of them. Yankee, I cannot wait. He wants to cover percussion stuff that he did. I told him that I was at. Now, I don't want to get too far off the topic, but I was at my son's graduation from boot camp, and they had the Navy marching band. They were sick. I mean, sick. Chaotic and I sat there up in the stands. We recorded a bunch of it. It's like you got goosebumps listening to it. It was so good. So good. So, yeah, we'll get into a lot of different stuff, I think. And Yankee and I love music so much. So I think it'll be a fun show to do.
Yeah, we're going to cover lots. It's going to be everything music.
Yeah, there's no
from the
end
tiniest
to the
little
topic
thing
here.
about music to things everybody knows. It's gonna. I love it.
And it seems like the chat absolutely eats it up. That's what I love, because they'll get in there and they talk about it. It's good. Yeah. I was reminded, Firepaw. I told Chaotic, I said, I feel like I'm at a college football game.
Ohio State is amazing.
Amazing. A lot of them are. Oh man, the ones down in what was it? Is it Mississippi State or whatever, where they go out and they do those dance moves while they're doing their shit? Wow, how in the hell do you do that and still play and sound awesome? Yeah, it's good stuff. Drum lines, yes. Videos. That was all AI, wasn't it? Wasn't that all AI? The Spencer Pratt videos that came out. We don't want to do politics. We don't want to do politics, man.
No politics. This is music.
Yeah, screw politics. But it looks like we never got anything back from.
Nope, he left.
That's too bad. Anybody wanna sound off on why AI music sucks?
The goods, the bads. We've given our opinion on the good and the bad.
Yeah, absolutely. Chime in and tell us. We're not going to berate anybody or none of that shit. Yeah, marching band. A lot of people with experience in that. So,
Yeah.
well, anyway, until somebody wants to chime in, you got some examples lined up of some of the AI music that you've done?
I have one that I could play. Um, I have one that it's one of my, and this is my example of, now this is the one that I was talking about earlier, where when I originally put my lyrics in and my words, it made it a single female artist. Because I purposefully did not specify. When I first did my first prompt, I basically put my lyrics in and I gave it a general genre that I wanted and a sound I wanted. And AI made the decision that should be a woman's voice. Mm-hmm. I wrote it in writing it, and you'll hear in the song, it's a duet. So I didn't tell AI that originally, so then I went back in because I knew I wanted control of who sung what parts. I didn't want to leave that to AI to figure that out. I wanted to tell it this chorus, this verse, this line, this word is duet, but that's it. There's just like this one word in this verse is both of them saying it, like, and that's the kind of granular control you do have over editing your work.
Yes, I agree.
So actually, I think what I'm going to do, take it out of studio mode real quick because it's going to be easier that way.
Sure.
Where'd it go, man? Maybe
the tabs, all the tabs.
Yeah. Here, hold on. We don't need to see it. We can just. All right. So this is a song. It is very personal to me. Very. I wrote it about from what came out of my heart and things that have been said and talked about in my life and how we feel about things. And but yeah, as far as am I locked up? No,
you froze for a second, but you're good.
Yeah,
just
okay, I'm back.
You're good.
These are things, but it's more so than that, the granular control. Every time you hear them singing at the same time, because I had AI do that.
Mm-hmm.
I had down to when they fade off, when they fade in, they're louder on these three words. Like, you have that granular control to make this. Now, we won't play the whole song. I mean, it's not that long of a song, but this will give you an idea. We'll play maybe like the first two verses.
Okay. You definitely hear it.
If I go first, I make a pact to haunt your dream, to show you I'll be back. And I know you will do the same for me. Our souls are meant to be.
I've been your wife 1,000 times. You've been my man 1,000 lives. So in the next one, I promise I'll be waiting on that porch swing, waiting on that porch swing, 'cause we got the real thing. You're my twin flame.
So, like, just for an example, just because
I was going to say, there's no soul to that, Yankee. What the fuck.
No. So for an example, for a very small, I mean, I can even back up and so you can hear it. Like one of the things, it switched from a brush on the snare to a rim shot.
Oh,
when it went from
program that?
Oh
Nice.
yeah, when it went in what he was singing was more snare, and then when in hers, it switches to the rim shot on the snare. It's a little softer, it's a little lighter. It gives it I felt it complemented it, and yes, it's those kinds of things that you have that kind of granular control over. And if you know what you want to do, and you know what you're listening for, and you have it in your head, you can hear it. You with the proper prompting, you can make it do that. And I think that is not that's not just putting this song probably in total, it was probably 8 to 10 hours. I didn't work on it all, obviously, in one 8 to 10 hour block, but I'd go back and re-listen and I'd make changes and I'd, and it's a process. And I don't know, maybe it's because I do it and I enjoy doing it that I feel that it's not something that everyone can do. Like everyone can make AI music. Like I can play another one, my Piss Break song. That was a no-brainer. That was I had an idea and I gave it a thought, and I had a thought. I'm like, yeah, I need a funny song about being old and having a small bladder. Make me a Southern rock song. And I think it was like the second rendition. I think I tweaked 1 or 2 words in it, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's fun. That's cool. That sounds funny and it's good. Like, but so it's a whole different. I spent way more time on this song, and there's one other one that I spent a lot of time on getting just the way I wanted. But that's because they are my songs. Like I consider them my songs. Yes, I wrote them with AI. I didn't play a damn instrument. I didn't sing a damn thing, but it was in my head and I was able to get it out with AI. I have plenty of other songs that are just fun.
Sure. That I think it's a beautiful tool. That was a gorgeous song. I've heard that before, but yes, that's a gorgeous song. Yeah, the prompts probably were. I have not done anything that intricate. I upload my own shit and then I tell it to, now, all right, now make it a metal song. Do it like this and make it atmospheric and I want this kind of feel to the song, yada, yada. I'll put all these different genres or whatever. And then I didn't like that. So I'll change this out and put in this prompt and blah, blah, blah. I don't do anything on that level, not even remotely. But it is still fun. And it is time consuming, but it's nowhere near as time consuming as recording an actual going to a studio and
talking hours versus months.
Yeah. Yeah. But that there's no soul in that, Yankee. No soul at all. I don't, and I can understand where people are coming from when they want to make that argument. I get it. But I don't agree with it. Don't agree with it.
So you had something you wanted to share, and you said you had it out. Are you going to share screen? Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, I'll share screen.
Okay, so you wanted to show more of like process and like show what you had and what you made it.
Yes,
I think that's super cool. I can't wait to see that.
All right, hold on a second. All right, I will share this up. Boom. No. I don't think there's anything too personal on that page. So there we go. All right. So I uploaded one of my own songs that I recorded. Acoustic guitar. It's only 1 minute and 20 long. So it was something that I've been working on. And then this was like the first time that Yankee had ever told me about it, where I went in and I was like, oh, wait, I can upload my own stuff and see what it can do with it. So here's what I did. I hope you guys can hear it. Whoop. Here you go. You can hear every single time I fuck up, too.
See, this talent will never be replaced. Never.
No, I don't think so either, but... All right, you guys get the idea. All right, so that's the idea.
And just to be clear, that is RS playing. That is a recording of RS playing the guitar.
Yes, I recorded
That's not
both
AI made.
tracks. No, I recorded both tracks. Now, I took it. Now, that's acoustic. I was using a lot of harmonics and that kind of stuff, right? So then this was what it spit out for me. And I play this all the time to start off my live streams because I wanted it more metal. There's very little prompts. Turn it into alternative rock, metal, atmospheric rock. That was it. Show me what you got. It literally took my music and did this. You know how long it would take me to sit around and do some shit like that? Forever. And
right.
What it did was take something that's very folk, very indie folkish, and turned it into something more mainstream, heavier, atmospheric kind of shit. So that was my first ever experiment with AI music. And I was thrilled. I was like, holy shit, you can do that to my music? Fuck yeah, wait, we got to do a lot more of this. and there is like, my son did that, this Last Pursuit. That minute and 42 is what he did. And then it changed it. It's a piano piece. I can show you. My son plays the piano.
What's up, Hamburglar? Now, this is your son playing?
Yes. That was my son playing. So we uploaded this, and this is what Suno did to it. My son loved it. And I'll just show a little clip of it. So that's what AI did to his song. Do I prefer his song? Sure. But he was like, how did it do that? It's like, well, it took what you did and it didn't, like, it doesn't, you can make it just take your exact stuff and like just add some compliments to it, or it can rewrite it the way you tell it to rewrite it. And that's what he did. So yeah, it's fun stuff. There's a lot more to it. I could sit here with you guys for hours, and I know Yankee could too, because his library is probably bigger than mine.
No, I've got way too much. I do have to go through and clean up because I have so many garbage takes that I was just like, no, that is not at all what I told you to do.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
No, God, no, that's not what I wanted you to do.
Oh, what I really hate is when you put something in there and it almost spits out the same exact thing, just changes it a little bit. What the
right?
That's a waste of my credits, dude. What are you doing?
Exactly.
Oh,
and I think that's part of the business model. Doesn't matter how good their prompts are. Let's just fuck this one up like completely, so they have to do 2 more.
Yes, so that we can get those credits, and then you gotta buy more.
Yeah.
I think I did the pro version of it, but you can go in there and do whatever you want. There was I talked about a song that I did that I had in my head that when I was at, and I've got a minute-long song, but because I don't know what else I want to do with it, but I literally was sitting smoking a cigar at up by the elevator at work, and this thing in my head, this verse in my head, was about the apocalypse. And I will anchor the moon and the stars in the sky to help you find your way. Defy the need to run and hide. You must fight just to find me, and I'll find you just the same. And because of this, I came home. Oh, it was 2 minutes, whatever. And I got very close to what was in my head, but not exactly. And that's also an acoustic track that I recorded.
The world is falling down all around us.
That's not my voice.
The end is all
But your words.
My words. All my lyrics, yeah.
Cities burn, the lost will never learn. The sun will set and leave us in the dark. And I will anchor the moon and the stars in the sky to help you find your way. Defy the wind to run and hide. You must fight just to find me, and I'll find you just the same.
Well, there you go. So that's something, you know how long that would have taken for me to sit down and record? Forever.
And what it would have cost.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no,
Time and money.
I could do it right here in my basement. But you know how many times I'd fuck up and have to re-record? Or I'd have to cut something out and try and paste something in that was because you always want to record like multiple times of one piece, right?
Mhm.
And then sometimes you'll combine them. All right, I can stop sharing my page now. That's enough of my AI shit. But there's a lot more. I think I've actually done a show where I showed off some of it before. I might have been a little drunk, but yeah, it's a perfect example of how you can just sit down and you have an idea and you can throw it in there and it'll help you build it. That's not
Happy
how
Monday,
I would do
Neuro.
that song. Neuro, how you doing? Could you imagine trying to sing that song that you wrote?
Me? No.
That's what I mean. It's like, yeah, no, that's not my voice, but
I would have loved for DA to sing the female part. She has an amazing voice.
little shy to do it, or
Yeah, I only get to enjoy it when I catch her when she doesn't think I'm listening, or she just forgets that she's actually singing something.
Yeah.
And then of course my dumbass will be like, "God, you have a good voice," and she shuts up. I'm like, fuck.
yes, then it's
Well, she
over.
actually, when she was younger, she actually has tape of her. She went in the studio and
Oh, nice.
she has an absolutely beautiful singing voice.
That's awesome. We got to get that to come out sometime.
Bella, I would love to hear it too.
Yes, that's.
I don't get to hear it as much as I'd like to either.
I think I did that, Jade, but I'll do it again. More sober. It was in the middle of the night, and I was little trashy. Microphones.
His
Both.
definitely is. Mine's more of a podcasting. I have a condenser mic. Not a dynamic mic. RS has got a really good condenser mic. I mean, I do have a condenser mic that I probably could use, but it's not meant for singing.
No, this is in particular is meant for recording instruments. I bought it.
Right.
I never bought it to do this, but I can't afford to go out and buy another $350, $400 damn microphone. So, I just went with this. And I researched it. Am I going to ruin the mic by using my voice and stuff? No, because you can record vocals with it. It's just very specifically it for recording acoustic guitar. That's what I got it for. I don't like, again, this would be musician shit. Everybody's got their own preference. I don't like acoustic guitars that plug in and you plug. They don't. They all have a sound. I want the full body of a guitar, so you're getting the uniqueness of that. You get pickups in there. They all kind of sound the same, in my humble opinion. That's just me. So that's what I got this microphone for. And yeah, Yankee could record stuff with that microphone. It wouldn't be as dynamic of a range that he'd probably want, especially for drums. I have recorded drums.
I'd have to tune it way differently too. I mean, I have this.
Oh yeah,
condensed and noise gated and everything else. Like I would have to. This microphone, the way it is, absolutely not. Could have, and it's not. I would, if I was gonna do voice recording and or instrument recording, I would definitely have a condenser mic. I would not use a dynamic.
Yeah, it's probably. Look, I used to dynamic. I recorded a tune for my neighbor. He did a drone show where he was over the Missouri River, and he said, "Dude, can you give me some music to put on top of this?" Because he wanted to put it on YouTube so it wouldn't get struck. So I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll write you something." And I took my condenser mic and shoved it into the bass drum, and I didn't play any snare, or I just did I was just hitting the tom or whatever, the bass drum. It recorded just fine. And then I threw this giant reverb on it so it goes boom boom. It's pretty cool. But yeah, you can use condenser mics, but I've also recorded I've taken this microphone and put it over top of the drums, and it will pick things up, but it's all placement and everything else. Complicated as fuck. I'm talking, I think specifically what I'm talking is acoustic guitars with the electric plug-in, right? Electric guitars are electric guitars, and they all have different kind of sounds to them because of the structure and the way they're built, and of course the different kind of pickups. Throw in some good humbuckers and that kind of stuff. And then an electric guitar, you're not going for that. You're going for all the different processing that you want to put into that sound and make it do whatever you want it to do. Yeah, I love acoustic sound too. It's extremely difficult to record, in my opinion, and it's very, very hard to get it to sound right. And then I suck at editing, absolutely suck at editing, and I oversaturate shit. I put on too much reverb, too much delay. I also hear every single freaking mistake that I make, where other people be like, "I didn't hear it." Oh, I hear it every single fucking time. And it bothers the shit out of me. So then I get all embarrassed and I don't want to listen to it anymore. An Ovation. Yeah, I had an Ovation 12-string once. Oh, you haven't plugged it in yet. Yeah. They have a sound. You should always be your biggest critic. Always. Love what you do. You should always be your biggest critic, Bella Trixie. And you're proud of what you do, right? So you don't want to screw up. You want to put out the best thing that you possibly can. That's it's a hard thing to do. Even for if you're writing lyrics, making movies, short stories, anything. At the time, it might be like, yeah, I got it. And then you hear it back and you go, oh, or you see it back. Oh, I need to change this. I need to change that. Alistair, I hate everything I do. I only see the flaws. But at least you do share it, though. And that's the thing. Always share it. It's something that I get like really self-conscious of, but yeah, share it. You never know. Someone might like it. Lots of people might like it. Notorious for the top cracking because the bottom is a plastic shell. I know it. But try and go out and buy like a quality 12-string, like a Takeover or a Yamaha or something like that. $2,000 later. You know, who has that kind of money to throw at an instrument unless it's just, I don't know, the only thing you spend your damn money on? I don't know enough about music to hear the flaws.
Well, and Alistair, that's what I said. And again, no criticism, no calling out, no poo-pooing on anybody's AI music at all. But it's different for different people. It's use and as much as you get out of the tool that it is, just like any other tool. You talk about a firearm as a tool. It can be a wonderful tool in some people's hands. It can be an okay and get the job done tool in another person's hand. But then you put the same firearm in 3 different people's hands, and it's what their knowledge and training is in that specific field. One's going to put everything in the size of a dime. The other one's going to put everything the size of a dinner plate, and the other one's going to miss the target half the fucking time.
That's me.
And that, well, but I'm just using it as an analogy. Is it the AI tool? The AI tool is exactly the same. Someone who's has a lot of musical training and knowledge is going to put out a different product than using Suno than I'm going to put out. Or you know, I'm going to put out something different than Republic puts out because he has completely different musical training and experience than I do. Yes. So it depends on what you know and in a certain field that makes you better. Like I couldn't sculpt half the shit you do. I couldn't sculpt anything you do. What do you mean half the shit? What am I? I'm fucking being kind to myself. Fuck. I couldn't do anything that you do.
Nothing.
But there's somebody else that may be better than you. So, but give me the materials you use, give you the materials you use, and give some other artist the materials that you use, and they're going to use the exact same tool, completely different than you, and come up with something completely different than you. So that's what I mean. That's what I think is wonderful about it, and the fact that it is a tool, and it's going to work differently for different people, and they're going to come up with different results.
Yep. And AI is a great example. Great example.
That's why I really believe it. It is just a tool.
Yep. Me too. And you guys, you've said it a number of times. Other people in the chat have said it. It's never going to replace people who truly play music. It's never going to replace that.
It's going to make them more valuable. It's going to absolutely make them more valuable, I think.
I agree with that. And to me, it just makes things so much easier and more interesting sitting down with the AI music. I was like Yankee said, I was completely against it. I was against it. Get that shit out of here. Fuck yeah, but I changed my tune. Too bad that Finn Boy didn't come back.
Yeah, I know. That would have been a great conversation. I'll have to give him a hard time next time I see him. But it is 3 minutes of, I have already got a raid lined up, and we do not want to make RS late for work again. We do that way too often. We look up, I'll look up and it's like 10:01. Oh crap! I didn't even look for a raid yet.
I do it to myself. But yeah, all right. So please, before we go anywhere, Yankee's got his own channel. Please go over, if you're not already, follow YankeeFree. Does bourbon and beer, shooting the shit. Bourbon and beer every Friday night. Seminole show. And shooting the shit Tuesday and Thursday. And I do video gaming and whatever else I do. So come on over, have some fun. We'd love to have you. We love all of you. Yankee, where are we going? What are we doing for the raid.
Thank you all for being here. Eyes, ears, and most importantly, your time given to us 3 nights a week. We appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed. I know Republic actually technically did the first music one on its own, and I actually still need to go back and watch that because I want to see the history of music. Okay. But I hope you're enjoying the new Monday show, the music. I really am. I'm digging it. I love it. We are going to raid out to Mr. Jeff Mack tonight.
Ooh, okay.
We have not been able to raid out to Jeff, and he looks like he's still going strong, I think.
Good deal. Firepaw,
I think
you
he's
like
still
it?
going.
Good. Because I think we're going to love doing this show.
All right. So we are going to raid out to Jeff Mack. Thank you all for being here. We love having you here. Without you, there's no reason for us to do this because we'll just sit in the green room and bullshit about it. But
Yeah.
we love having you here and having your interaction.
Absolutely. Everybody have a good night. See you Wednesday.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you for watching Beyond the Noise, a subsidiary of SOAR Network. We're live every other Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To ensure you don't miss the show, make sure you follow the channel and share it with anyone you think might benefit from our work. You can find Yankee every Friday night on his Living YankeeFree channel for bourbon and beer for some irreverent fun with friends. Or drop by his music channel, Patriot Jams, for good tunes to get you through your day. Better yet, follow his main channel, YankeeFree, for all alerts for any of his content. You can follow RS on his main Rumble channel, Republic Sentinel, for alerts for all of his shows, and TRS News for an alternative take on the news. If you have specific questions for our guests or the hosts that you would like to be read on the show, you can drop a Rumble rant. You can support the channel by simply hitting the follow button, and if you feel so inclined, become a paid subscriber.